Hi guys, it's Amy Citrine here, and I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Mine was super busy. I went to class, and I babysat, and I went on a date, and so, really, like, I came out of the broom closet to this guy, and it was funny. He was like, he asked what religion I was, and I said I was pagan, and he said, so what, does that mean you're a witch? And I said, yeah. And it's not like he was like, oh, I don't believe in that stuff, or are you kidding me? None of that stuff. We had an actual, like, adult conversation about it, and then just went, oh my god, to the backgrounds of our families and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just, I've just been really, really busy lately. And I'm doing this vlog right now at 10 o'clock at night because I was just finishing my homework. I'm trying to be a Montessori teacher, and anyone who's been through those, will understand what I'm doing right now. This stupid lipstick. And so, anyway, like, I wanted to discuss, let me see what I got here. I wanted to discuss offerings, and how I like to do them, really. There's, I'm just looking at my notes here, I'm sorry. Like, there's lots of different kinds of offerings, like gods and goddesses and the spirits and your ancestors and, anyone you want to kind of develop a relationship with, you can make an offering to. And, even your puppets or spirits of the land, stuff like that. And so, if I created a servitor, I would give it offerings whenever I would see a result. See? And if I wanted my puppet to help in my spell, I would also give her an offering. And it's like, it's always a good idea to do the research beforehand. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to give this spirit alcohol, or I'm going to, go to the ocean and find something for this spirit. It's like, no. You need to know what kind of spirit or deity it is, like what tradition they're from, what pantheon they're from, and you need to, especially if you're doing this kind of the chaos way, like, you really need to have, I even put different images on my altar and things like that of what the spirit kind of understands and knows. So, and also I would leave like, I have a really tiny altar, and so I would just like leave like one corner, for that spirit, and I wouldn't muddle up my altar with like 3 or 4 different spirits or something like that. I would totally make sure that each had their own, like one spirit at a time. It's my general rule, and I make sure that I pay enough attention to that spirit during whatever working that I want to do. And so, let me see, anything else? I basically want to make sure about the kind of connection I want to make with that spirit. Like, is it short term? Is it long term? And I would let them know that right off the bat. I would, like, let them know what they're in for, with their relationship with me and everything. And of course, I'll let them know who I am as well. It can't be a one-way street here. Yeah, and it's like, you really don't want those, like, extra energies floating around. After I do a few workings and I might feel, like, a bit cluttered, I'll do a cleansing or a banishing, you know what I mean? And I've developed a house banishing ritual that I posted in the Deviant group. So you need to belong to the Deviant group in order to get it. After I do a few workings, I'll do that ritual, and it could be adapted to a self-banishing ritual as well. you know, what you could do is use your house as a projected image of yourself, and you know, banish certain energies that you feel are hanging around you. And so I actually like to use the classic banishing pentagram, and I'll post some links on how to like use pentagrams in your work. Although it's really popular symbol, any which, you know, basically knows what that symbol is and does, you know what I mean? So it's kind of an overdone topic, but also I think people are starting to move away from that because it is super popular, I think. But it's also part of our roots as American witches. I'm speaking of America here. I'm not speaking of, you know, European traditional witchcraft or anything like that. You know, other witchcraft traditions don't necessarily use it. And so it's like, I actually like that symbol, even though I'm not traditional by any means. I really do like that symbol, and I've gotten some really good results with it. I think I like it because as a chaos magician, I use symbols a lot. And so I gravitate towards certain symbols that I like to use, and that's one of them. So, you know, that's part of what I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, just like, do careful research on your offerings and make them really personal to the entity you want to work with. And just be respectful and honest, and, you know, you can have a good relationship with them. So, and now, the time in the vlog where I get to talk about, like, the deviants and what they're doing and stuff like that. This week they had 2 videos. I'm going to make links to them and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe just like them on my page, probably. And, so they did a video on the harvest, which is Mabon, I think, is one way to pronounce it. I don't know, there's a zillion ways. Anyway, and so, my coven is actually gonna be, doing a Mabon ritual. We're gonna be going camping, this weekend, so that's gonna be fun. I might take some pictures and some vlogs from there this weekend from my phone, my lovely little iPhone right here, iPhone. And so, anyway, like, this weekend's gonna be fun. And so I really liked the fact that the Deviants posted a video on Mabon, and so it would give a little bit of insight into the tradition. And I kind of skip this one. I don't know why, I just do, and I just never really minded this tradition much, and I usually just skip to Samhain, you know what I mean? You know, which is favorite time of the year. So, the next video that they did was a love video. Michael did a video all by himself. Very way to go. And, he basically gave a go away bug. He gave a recipe, like how to find, my interpretation of that recipe is, you want someone to pick you for you, and you want to be able to pick them as well. So it's a mutual thing. And then, you know, all of the, you want a relationship is kind of what that spell was. But it wasn't like to find the perfect person, it was more like to attract the kind of relationship that was meaningful to you. You know what I mean? Whether it be sexual, whether it be passionate, whether it be, you know, soulmate kind of thing, you know, like you could tweak it to what you kind of need it to be. Anyway, this video is getting really long for my phone, so I might just do another vlog on my phone real soon. I don't know. I kind of like using my phone instead of my computer. I'm trying to find the best way to do this. Anyway, have a good night.